Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? Let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. A man on death row used his last opportunity on Thursday to share a message with the world to show his support for Donald Trump, your president. Yeah, fam, this is one of the worst of the worst. Who is this uncivilized mutt? His mammy and pappy named him Glenn Rogers just before he received a lethal injection. He said, "President Trump, keep making America great. I'm ready to go." Keep making America. If America was so great, how did he end up on death row? What drove him to become a serial killer? I mean, if you're in a great country, is there something wrong with the country, or is there something wrong with you? It amazes me how often uncivilized mutts will wave the flag of democracy and patriotism. Yet, if they don't like something or agree with something, they're ready to kill the very same citizens who wave the flag and practice patriotism. The very same citizens who have gone off to war and fought for this country, or family members have gone off to war and fought for this country. The same principles that the Constitution holds, that they so dearly respect and hold close to their hearts, they trample all over when they don't agree with something, when they don't get their way. They turn to guns almost immediately. They get violent because they're uncivilized and they're not fit for civilized society. Now, I'm covering this, fam, because I want you to see what a Trump supporter looks like. Not all Trump supporters look like this guy, don't get me wrong. But if you see this guy and you recognize a certain behavior, it's almost always a Trump supporter. I mean, almost every time they take guns and go to shooting indiscriminately, we find out that they're a Trump supporter. And here's the deal, fam. They're not just killing people who don't look like them. They're also killing people who look like them. Because they have a sense of self-entitlement. So when they don't get what they want, or they don't like something, they kill, they seek, they destroy. They don't really care about America. What they care about is getting over. They don't care about this so-called nation of laws. They don't care about the laws. They don't care about the rules or the regulations, unless they're applied to other folks. They have a do as I say, not as I do mentality. These breaks that we're getting out here, whether it's a break in the judicial system or a break on taxes, that's for us, not for y'all. And if they see somebody who they think may be doing better than them, they become instantly depressed. Because of that self-entitlement, they don't think that anybody deserves prosperity but them. They can't hack it. They kill, they seek, they destroy. Because they can't do what millions of people do every single day. I'm talking about millions of people from 5 years old to 95. Get up, get out, and get something. Even 5-year-olds got to get up and go to school 5 days a week. They got to get up, brush their teeth, get dressed, make sure their room is tidy, the space is tidy, go to school, be disciplined, get along with others, follow the rules. A 95-year-old, sometimes they work because they enjoy working. They need something to do to stay mobile, something to look forward to so they can keep living. And then others do it because they have to, because they didn't save well, They didn't take care of their finances correctly. So they get up and go out there and hit the beating path and do what they got to do to get by. But the uncivilized mutt can't do that because the uncivilized mutt is entitled. Absolutely not all Trump supporters are like this guy. Not all Trump supporters. Some Trump supporters are just simply regular folks who are delusional. And then you got those who just want to get some money. They like, hey, they think they're going to get some money because Trump got some money. They think they're going to get some money. So, they money first and all that other stuff last. They think they're going to get some money. And then you got the regular racist Trump supporters. They support Trump because they think Trump is against everybody else. So they support Trump for that reason. And then you got those who support Trump because Trump is one of those guys who believe that white privilege gives you a right to violate the law and do whatever you want to do and get away with it. Unless you're going against him. If you're going against Trump, that's going to be a problem. Then he wants you to be locked up. He wants to investigate you. He wants to stop you. He wants to drain the swamp. Glenn Rogers was executed for the 1995 murder of a 34-year-old mother of two he had met at a bar. In his final statement, this uncivilized mutt also thanked his wife, who visited him earlier in the day at the prison, according to visitor logs. He also somewhat cryptically said that in the near future, your questions will be answered without going into detail. The lethal injection began after his message to Trump, and he lay quietly through the procedure. The execution took place at Florida State Prison near Stark. Rogers, a suspected serial killer once scrutinized for a possible link to the O.J. Simpson case in the 1990s, was put to death for the murder of Tina Marie Cribbs. Cribbs and Rogers met at a bar. She was found dead in a Tampa motel room. Rogers also had drawn a separate death sentence in California for the 1995 strangulation killing of Sandra Gallagher, a mother of three, whom he had met at a bar in Van Nuys, California. That killing came weeks before the Cribbs murder. Rogers was stopped after a highway chase in Kentucky while driving Cribbs' car soon after her death. Rogers was named as a suspect, but never convicted in several other slayings around the country, once telling police he had killed about 70 people. He later recanted that story, but had been the subject of many documentaries, including the 2012 My Brother the Serial Killer. Again, a Trump supporter. Have you noticed, fam? Have you noticed the pattern? Almost every time there's a mass shooter, every time there's a school shooter, every time there's a serial killer, almost every time they're a Trump supporter. I mean, what's the link, fam? What is the link? Entitlement. Yeah, entitlement. I can do it. You can't. Everybody else needs to follow the law. I'll bet you $1 to a donut every time he saw somebody other than a white person breaking the law. He was furious. Look at him, acting like animals. And here's the irony. I bet you $1 to a donut again that at least one of his victims thought they were safer around him than somebody who don't look like them. No more